I love the Nutcracker. And Tchaikovsky is one of my favorites. Where is everyone? It's a little bit late for me, but I'm over here in Fort Lauderdale enjoying a little classical music. The tree is still up for me. Hi, Darla. I knew you would be up. Luann, hi. Makes me want to be a ballerina. Hi, Janet. Oh, everybody's awake now. Perfect. Perfect timing, Darla. How was everybody's Christmas? There's Barbara. We can't really do anything until Barbara comes on. Where's LaDonna? We need her too. I have a story to read to you this evening. Thought it would be a good night for a story night. Oh, I'll bet it looks beautiful there, Darla, doesn't it? Hi, Lori. Imagine ballerinas all around me. My hands are like ballerinas. Hey, Nintendo. My brother is home and staying there. It is gorgeous. Oh, that's wonderful. I'll bet it's gorgeous. Hello, Chile. Would you rather watch a tree grow? Yeah, try to make sense. I did. I had a wonderful Christmas with my friends. Hey, Michael Jackson fan. I'm a Michael Jackson fan too. So, Muffin update time. Muffin is doing wonderfully. She is really, really doing well. I got her food ordered. Yeah, Michael Jackson. Anyway, I got her new food ordered, the renal support food by Forex10. And Jackson, we've got a lot of Michael Jackson fans on tonight. Yay! Who doesn't love that? Maybe we'll have to sing some Michael Jackson songs. I'm always up for it. So anyway, my dog. My miraculous little dog. So those of you who were watching last night and heard her scream, I think she was having a bad dream. I don't know what else to say about it. Oh, so who's Jackson the goat then? Is that you? All right, yeah, beat it. Anyway, we're listening to Tchaikovsky right now. That's a little bit different than Michael Jackson. But they're equally great. You think Michael Jackson is annoying? Well, to each his own. Well, thank you. I love the tree too. And if you watch the tree go by, you'll see some funny little things popping out of it. It's a very interesting tree. Where's Santa Claus when you need him? And when I say Santa Claus, I mean Justin Hollingsworth, who watches my show and plays Santa Claus in real life. Okay, so what was I saying? Something about Christmas. I can't remember. Oh, Muffin. Yeah, no, Muffin's doing really well, and I think that she had a bad dream or something last night, but she's been fine ever since. And right after she had that screamy episode, she started to eat her food. So I'm pretty sure that, You're doing pretty well if you still want to eat your food. And she ate like a lot. So cheers, Canna. Oh, I thought that was a beer. That's a Santa Claus head. Hey Jackson, I'm gonna have to send you to the sharks in the intercoastal here. You need to stop with your nonsense. So here, I'm gonna just hide you. No one needs to see Jackson's nonsense. Shark attack. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff stuck in this tree. If you watch it go by, you'll see some pretty crazy things. You never know what you'll see on that tree. Oh yeah, Muffin, she actually is a very loud sleeper. And she has running and barking. Muffin barks in her sleep. She's a sleep talker. She just is. But she's doing well. And so she was in the car with me for 3 hours, and during those 3 hours, for most of it, she was wide awake and just hanging out. And in the middle, she wanted to eat, so she ate her food in the car, which was good. I know. It's a really good Christmas tree. I'm gonna sit here. Wait, I'll give you an even better view of it. Never know what you're gonna see on that Christmas tree. I've got to my cafe. Okay, so we don't have too many people watching right now, but I think I'm going to start the intro to my Christmas story this evening. So first of all, I'm going to talk a little bit about people who want to write their life stories, in other words, their memoirs. Oh yeah, I love it. I loved how dogs have very vivid dreams. It's pretty clear. Okay, so anyway, memoirs. Have you ever wanted to write your life story? Has anyone ever said to you, hey, you should write a story about your life? Well, a friend of mine, her mom, wrote this book. It's called Hollyhock Wisdom. And her mom has since passed away. Her name is Nadine. The book is by Nadine Baker. And I think it might even be on Amazon. Well, it's on Author House for sure, which is a self-publishing publisher. But I was thinking about retooling Hollyhock Wisdom. So I wanted to know what you guys think about this book. I'm going to turn the Nutcracker down a little bit. Well, it doesn't have to be completely off, but how's that? Just a little background music. Eine kleine Nachtmusik. Okay, are you guys ready for a little story time? Thank you for reminding everybody. Please hit the like button if you haven't subscribed. Please subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel, so if you tell other people about it, I'd really appreciate that as well. All right, you got your jammies on. Darla's super ready. I'm just gonna jump into it. And I'm not gonna stay on too late because I'm really tired after driving all afternoon, but I had to spend just a little bit of time with you tonight and read to you this Christmas story, and then I'm going to tell a funny Christmas story of my own. Okay, this is called Hollyhock Wisdom, again by Nadine Baker, who has since passed away, and this is actually the first chapter. I'm not going to read the intro, I'm just going to read the first chapter. Christmas in the country. It was Christmas Eve, 1926. 5-year-old Nora curled up in a huge chair by the fireplace, admiring the tall Christmas tree with the star on top. Billy, her 3-year-old brother, kept trying to climb up into the chair with her. "Get down, you little pest," Nora shouted. Although she really loved her brother, he never gave her a moment's peace. "All right, you two, bedtime," her father announced as he came down the stairs with 2 large suitcases. "Tomorrow we visit Aunt Alice." What about Santa Claus? Nora inquired. She didn't remember Aunt Alice and wasn't sure about Santa Claus, but she knew better than to express her doubts around Billy. He's going to have to get here early because we're out of here. Now, Jim, her mother chided, you know Santa always arrives early. Nora thought her mother was so cute with her shingle bob. She looked just like Colleen Moore. Her father called her his little flapper. Nora cut out pictures of movie stars with her little scissors. She had Billy Dove, Clara Bow, Raymond Navarro, Ken Maynard, Conway Terrell, and many more. The only one I know of is Clara Bow, really. She also had Anita Page paper dolls. The older girls in the neighborhood taught her to Charleston, that's a dance, but she really wanted to be a toe dancer. Santa's going to bring me a dump truck, Billy gleefully pronounced as he stumbled up the stairs. Billy was a little chubby. Nora had lost her baby fat. Sometimes, when the cream froze on top of the milk bottles, their mother let them add sugar and vanilla and make ice cream, although she told them it would make them fat. Billy fell asleep immediately, but Nora lay awake listening for Santa just to see if he was real. She was hoping for a Flossie Flirt doll that she could see advertised in the newspapers. Flossie could wink. The trip to Aunt Alice's started on the interurban. Nora loved the train ride, but soon became bored and started counting the telephone poles as they flew by. Billy hugged his dump truck as though he thought someone was going to steal it, and the conductor kept asking Nora for Flossie Flirt's ticket. Uncle Carl and Connie, Nora's 5-year-old cousin, met them at the station in Columbus in a big old car that had fake glass windows. Nora's dad had to crank the car to get it started. Remember when I read to you, remember when I read to you that story about my grandmother and she said how they had to crank their car to get it started? Hi, Gracie. So interesting. This is life in 1926 and the things that they talked about. I love it. Okay, the ride to the house took them out into the country and was cold and bumpy, but Nora kept warm in her new red wool snowsuit. The neighbor girls had told her dad that blondes didn't wear red, but Nora didn't care. The smell of food was breathtaking when they arrived. Aunt Alice, who greeted them with tears of joy, had been busy in the kitchen with help from Connie's older brother, Nathan, and older sister, Sarah. The food was delicious, but Nora didn't understand why the butter was white. Her father explained that they put coloring in the store-bought butter that she was used to. Nora thought being in the country seemed to be making her father talk funny. Uncle Carl and Aunt Alice still had no electricity. They cooked on an old wood-burning stove and their lights were called gas lights. But the most harrowing experience of all was the trip to the outhouse. Where do you go to the toilet? Connie asked. Inside, in the bathroom, Nora replied. That's awful. Why? Because it would stink, Connie observed in disgust. Connie, Billy, and Nora all slept in a big old feather bed. Nora was surprised when she sunk into the cushy feathers, but not for long. It had been a busy day and she was exhausted. The next morning, Nora awoke to voices in the kitchen, so she slipped down the stairs and found her dad and Aunt Alice making biscuits. Sam, the hired hand, appeared at the back door screaming, "Open up!" He was carrying a bucket of milk and a basket of eggs. Aunt Alice greeted him with, "Thank you, Sam. How's Gladys today?" Sam snickered and backed out the door. "Who's Gladys?" Nora's dad asked. "It's a standing joke," Aunt Alice explained. "Nanny's getting worse. She insists Sam is seeing some woman in town, and to make things worse, Lacey believes her." "Maybe he is." Now, come on now, Jim. Does he look like a lady killer to you? He comes to church every Sunday and helps with the collection plates. Nanny won't come to church anymore, and when she does, she embarrasses me to death. She won't wear a girdle and her stockings keep rolling down. She never fixes her hair. We pay Sam more than he is worth, so he'll have money for his family, but she never buys a new dress. Incidentally, could Lacey stay with you for a week? Roger has to go down south for a load of lumber, and she's scared to stay by herself. I'm sure Rita would enjoy her visit. Of course, she bugs the hell out of me, even if she is my sister. Jim, Aunt Alice admonished. Pardon my French. Nora's dad has said, laughing. That woman sees the devil behind every bush. She makes Roger kill every snake that gets in her yard. She says they are devils. Aunt Alice shrugged her shoulders. Apparently, she didn't care much for snakes either. Suddenly, Nora's dad spotted her in the doorway. Come here, Pumpkin, he whispered. Let's not wake up the rest of the family. Sam reappeared at the back door. Here's the ham from the smokehouse he wanted. Is there anything else? No, thanks, Sam, Aunt Alice replied. Would you like some breakfast? Thanks, but Nan's fixing me something. Well, we mustn't get her riled, Aunt Alice opined. Nancy was her dad's baby sister, and although Nora didn't remember what she looked like, she had heard enough about her. Every time she did anything wrong, her mother would say, just like Nan. Aunt Alice called Sam back. I almost forgot your presence. When she left the room, Nora's dad turned to Sam, poking his fist in his face. Now you listen to me, you little twerp. If you are cheating on my sister, I'll beat the snot out of you. Do you understand? Frightened Sam back towards the door. Aunt Alice returned just in time. Sam took the shopping bag full of gifts and scampered out the door. I feel sorry for that boy, Aunt Alice remarked. I think we're burning the biscuits, her dad cried, changing the subject. Christmas Day ended with Aunt Alice developing a sick headache and having to lie down. Connie got a new baby doll, which she dropped on the floor en route to Billy's dump truck. Nora's dad reminded Uncle Carl that they had to catch the Interurban at 3:30 and that they had to pick up Aunt Lacey, who was waiting with her bags packed. I have no idea what just happened. There's Ginger. Hi, Ginger. Yes, I made it. It's Christmas. I dreamed it already happened. I'm so happy I woke up just in time for Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas and Merry Christmas, Manoj. And hello, my friends. Okay, so I promised you a funny Christmas story. This one's about me. So when I was a little girl, I grew up Jewish. And when I was in kindergarten, I was warned that I was not to say one word about the fact that Santa Claus wasn't real because all the kids in school believed in Santa Claus. But I was Jewish. I knew the truth. And I was told, don't you dare break those children's heart. Don't tell them about Santa Claus. All right. So I went along with it. And then, like the week before Christmas, the kids started making fun of me. And they were all, well, they didn't start making fun of me. They started asking me things like, what did you ask for from Santa? And, well, what do you want him to bring you? And did you see him yet? Did you see him at the mall or whatever? I don't know. I don't think there were malls. There were no malls back then. The first mall, quick note aside, the first mall was invented, I guess, if you would call it invented. The first mall was in Pittsburgh, in my neighborhood in the North Hills of Pittsburgh, and it is called Northway Mall, and it is still there to this day. It looks a lot different than it did way back when, but drink my coffee. But the first mall was called Northway Mall, and when I was 7 years old, we moved to Pittsburgh, and yeah, so anyway. I don't know. Where do people see Santa Claus usually? I don't know because I didn't get to see him. I was Jewish. All right, so anyway, like I said, I was warned and I was told I was not to say one word about it. So all the kids they're asking me, what am I getting? What I asked Santa for? Did I see him or what? All this stuff, and I finally said no. You know, he doesn't come to my house. Why not? Because I'm Jewish. Well, what does that mean? You know, I was the only Jew in my class, and all the kids, you know, they started to think, well, that's pretty weird. Why doesn't Santa Claus visit Jill? Did she do something wrong? And then they started to make fun of me and yeah, Santa Claus doesn't like you. What'd you do? You know, and crazy stuff like that. So I'd had it. I was, you know, I was like what 6, 7 years old myself, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And so I finally broke down and I told them all there was no Santa Claus. I got in so much trouble. Oh my gosh. Children were crying. Children couldn't sleep that night. I ruined Christmas for a bunch of families. My parents were really mad at me. Their parents were really mad at me. So yes, I ruined Christmas for a lot of kids that year. I admit it. But you know, I couldn't take it anymore. They were making fun of me. And then I had to dig it in a little bit more. I told them, no, it's true. Santa Claus is not coming to my house and he's not bringing me presents and there's no tree like this. However, Hanukkah, 8 days long. 8 nights of gifts. Try to top that. Yeah, I got them in the end. Wait, how do you play violin? Oh my gosh. The Galleria Mall in Post Oak, Houston, Texas. When did that open, Ginger? Malls across the country. Long live the mall, right? Not so much. Yeah, malls, they don't really, is the Mall of America still open? I've never been there. That's the biggest mall in the world, right? There's actually the Fort Lauderdale Galleria's right down the street. And I think half of the shops are empty in the Galleria. It's not looking good anymore. 1969? Ooh. Oh, I don't know. Wait, I'm going to look up Northway Mall. I'm going to look up both of these malls and see which one's older. Okay, Northway Mall, Pittsburgh. I'm looking up the history of it. They're calling it the Block Northway. This is new. Hey, Tamara's here. Hi, Tamara. Broward County. We are in Broward County, Citizen Kane. I'm in Broward County right now myself. Fort Lauderdale. Oh, okay. No, we're the winner. It was opened in 1953 as one of the first strip malls, if not the first strip mall in the country. So, 1953. That's crazy. All right, anyway, I'm pretty exhausted after driving across the state of Florida this afternoon. I saw your video on the Trump store. Yes, did you go to the Trump store in Deerfield, Citizen Kane? That place is great. Those people were fun. But thank you for watching. Please tell your friends about the Beach Report. It's the end of 2024, and this is the month that I became a YouTube partner. So I am super excited, and I fully intend to use my YouTube channel as a kind of a TV channel, because gone are the days when you turned on the big TV in order to get your entertainment. And I know a lot. Thank you. It is a beautiful tree. My friend Sue decorated it. And I want to make the beach report a fun, always interactive experience for all of my followers. Yeah, what's TV? Yeah, television. No, nowadays there is so much more excitement, I think, in the kind of reality TV that channels like the Beach Report on YouTube can bring to viewers. And it's the best part, I think, is that it's an interactive experience. So you get to know me, I get to know you. I am not some talking head with a whole crew working in front of me. It's just me and you and a dog named Blue. No, Blue the dog is also gone by the wayside. Are you up for a 5-minute talk afterwards, or are you sleepy? Oh, actually, I am exhausted. Can we do it tomorrow? Because I am so tired after driving all day. And it was amazing. I could even come on tonight. But I just wanted to check in. And it's still Hanukkah. But let's talk tomorrow, okay, Ginger? All right, you guys. I know Darla knows the Beach Report, and I am also always open for suggestions. And so people like you, Darla, can be very helpful in letting me know what kinds of things that you like the most about the Beach Report so that I can kind of, you know, grow, expand on some things, maybe other things you don't like so much. A friend of mine was suggesting I give a weather report at the top of every show, which I really like because it's the Beach Report, and who doesn't want to know what it's like at the beach? I did not light my candles tonight for Hanukkah, I have to admit. I kind of forgot about it with all the driving and everything, and now Muffin's fast asleep, and I don't really do Hanukkah all by myself anyway. Yeah, story time, the beach, those are your favorite things, right? I know. Love it. I also want to help you guys write your own life stories. And that's why I wanted to focus on a book that I didn't write, but, you know, Hollyhock Wisdom. It's so interesting, I think, to see how people lived 100 years ago. What was this? Is 1926? I think it said. What's that year? Yep, 1926. Almost 100 years ago. And these were our people. I mean, this is my friend's grandmother who wrote this book, you know. And then also I was reading stuff that my grandmother was remembering back in the 20s about what life was like. It's kind of the same, but different, right? So I will read more Hollyhock Wisdom to you, absolutely. And if you guys have written your own stories and you need help making them into a full-fledged memoir, or you want me to read your book, we can all work together. I think we all need to help each other. In the coming days, I think that we need to move away from this corporatocracy where you feel like somebody else is running your life. You need to run your own life. And sometimes when you want to run your own life, you still need a little help from your friends. That's what I think. I think we need to stop thinking that, you know, these machines are going to make life better for us, and they never really do. What makes life better for you is when you have a feeling of accomplishment. And the feeling of accomplishment, I think, only ever comes when you're helping people and talking about Muffin. I can always talk about Muffin. And speaking of Muffin, she's sleeping, so I want to go be with her and cuddle up with her. It's a very beautiful, warm, balmy evening tonight in Fort Lauderdale. It's a lot warmer over here on the East Coast than it is on the West Coast of Florida. Just noticed that. Donna says it's about to get colder though, so get your sweaters out. All right, you guys, I am going to wish you a fond farewell and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Get some sleep, please, dear Darla. And I'll see you on tomorrow's beach report. By the way, Muffin will be very beautiful the next time you see her because she has a hair appointment tomorrow. She needs it really, really bad. Edie and Galveston, oh, that sounds lovely. All right, you guys. Ciao for now. Wonderful rest of your night. Arrivederci.